Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica of Miss More Style and today we are doing a hair product review slash tutorial. I received a very interesting little hair curling slash straightener gadget from Inglam and I'm going to be unboxing this with you all today and demoing it. I have never tried this thing before, but it looks really interesting. So we're going to try it together and we're going to see if this thing is really worth the hype. If you're new here, hello and welcome. I'm so glad you decided to check out my video. I make videos regularly about fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and travel when I'm able to go travel. It's not as much these days, but if any of those things sound like something that you're interested in, especially if you are a babe on a budget like I am, then make sure that you go hit that red subscribe button. And also, while you're there, ding the notification bell so that you are notified every time that I upload a new video. By the way, if you guys have been around for a while and you haven't yet checked out my Instagram, go ahead and do that. As always, all of my social media handles are down in the description box, as well as my blog web address. So if you want to go check out all of those awesome social media places where I also hang out, then you can do that down there. We're just going to go ahead and get into this. This is the Inglam 360 Airflow Styler. So it is a straightener with a fan built in. Essentially, it's a 2-in-1 professional hair straightener and curling tool. I'm excited. I hope this thing is really as awesome as it looks. I've watched a couple other videos on YouTube about this, and I believe this is similar to a more popular brand that is called Lange Duo Air Styler, I want to say. The Lange one is $89. This one is on Amazon for $56 roughly. So still not like a crazy price difference, but I'm really wondering how it's going to perform. Hopefully it does the job and you guys can save yourself a little bit of money with this one on Amazon. Go ahead and open it up. When you open it, it just pops open like this. This is the interior. It comes packaged in this little velvet carrying case. Here is the airflow styler. So you can see here's the air vents on one side and on the other. It's also got, looks like a fan down here, and the fan button as well as the power button, and it has a temperature gauge. It has a clamp. So it seems like it stays pretty well shut when it's closed, and you can just lift it up and it stays shut pretty well, like it's not going to flop open, which is good. Hopefully it clamps down well on the hair. Additionally, in your box, you receive a glove to make sure that you don't burn yourself, hair clips, and a comb. Let's try this out. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in and clip up my hair, and we're going to give this a go. If you guys are interested in some of my other hair tutorials where I show basically how I curl my hair, because I do get a lot of questions about that from time to time because people like the way I do my hair, which I think is very sweet. I will link those in the description box because those are more like actual tutorials where I know exactly what I'm doing and I'm working with tools that I already am very familiar with to get the desired outcome. I have no idea how this is going to turn out, so this is more of like an experimental video. Plug her in. Right now it says that it is turned off, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. Okay, so I guess you have to just kind of hold it down and it will start to turn on. So this can go up to between 330 degrees and 450 degrees Fahrenheit. I am going to pump it up. Oh, okay, so yes, this is the fan button. So when you turn it on, it starts up the fan. And essentially, before we get started into this whole thing, the reason why this thing has a fan is, I guess the idea is you're using heat to create the curl, but then you're immediately putting like cool air onto your hair. So it kind of like sets your hair quickly rather than just like letting your hair cool down. So the plates on this bad boy are Tourmaline, so that does help to protect your hair to have less damage with heat styling to give you that more sleek, smooth looking curl or straightened hair. For those of you who travel a lot, this does have dual voltage, so it's like 110 to 240, so you can travel with this and it'll be fine. And actually, if this thing ends up working, this might be a great travel tool because it's 2-in-1. So I've got a hair straightener and something that can curl my hair at the same time. I can pack less hair tools because when I pack, I like to have both. All right, my question is, how do I up the temperature on it? Oh, okay, so pushing the power button will take it through a cycle. So if you keep pushing it, it will go from 410 to 450, then from 450 it will go down to 330, then 370, then 410, then 450. So I'm going to let it get up to 450. I typically like to set my heat styling tools to be super hot because I have coarse hair, and I find that when I use the hottest heat, that's what works best for me and keeping the longevity of the style. So anytime I do my hair, I go ahead and I section off the topmost layers and get those out of the way, because it's just easier to work layer by layer. Start with the bottom and then slowly let your hair down as you go. That way you make sure that you get everything nice and styled. And I love that it comes with these 2 clips to help you do that. Hair, by the way, is getting so long. I have not had it cut in so long. It's also kind of gray on the roots, so if you see my gray roots in this video, don't judge me. I need to dye my hair badly. All right, let's check it out. It looks like the temperature gauge is no longer blinking, so I'm going to take that to mean it has reached 450 degrees. Feels hot. Take a little section of hair right here in the front, and I'm going to turn the fan on. I'm just going to put this on my hair and then slowly bring my hair through. Whoa, actually looks pretty nice. And I'm just gonna keep doing this. But I think, because I don't like to make my hair look so like perfectly ringlety, this time I'm gonna try to leave the end out. See, I didn't wrap my hair so many times that time and it kind of ended up weird. Okay, let's try this again. Like I said, this is more of an experiment to see how it goes. All right, so I've got it here, and I'm just gonna pull down slowly. Doing it that way tends to make it more curly on the end, I feel like. I feel like I'm gonna go back to doing it the way that I did it the first time, which is just to put the hair in, flip the hair around, and then just keep, oop, accidentally hit the fan button. Keep curling and pulling down. That didn't quite work out either. That was a little bit too harsh. See, of like the end, it's just like, we're trying our best here. It gets harder because my hair is just so long, so it's just so much hair to feed through. Okay, let it out. I mean, it really makes tight curls. So I'm just gonna kind of pull them apart and sort of pull them on them a little bit to get them to maybe relax a bit. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of just like letting up on the clamp just a little bit so that I can work just a little bit more hair in. Oh, that one actually turned out pretty nice because I pulled that one out at the last second after holding it. This was the trial. All right, here is my bottom layers. It's a little bit of a learning process to get it right, but overall I think it's working really well. So I'm gonna go ahead and let down the next little sections of my hair. And I have a lot of hair, so this whole process will probably take me about 45 minutes, I predict. Maybe longer since I'm filming it. These clips are really good. The other thing that I always say whenever I do a hair tutorial and curl my hair is you always want, or at least I recommend, curling your hair away from your face when you're closer to your face. So that means twisting it this way rather than twisting it inward toward your face, if that makes sense. Very curly. Their hair, you're in my way. I have too much hair, you guys. I also feel like my hair is just a mess most of the time. It's so hard to control. What I've realized is taking smaller sections of hair and making sure that they're not like tangled at all is like the true success here. And this initial little flip over is key because you want to make sure that all of the hair stays in the plaits, because if it gets out then it starts to sort of pull and then you can't really seamlessly twist and pull down like so. But again, it kind of fell out, so now the bottom of my hair is really awkwardly straight down here. So I'm just going to try to fix that by putting some curl in there. And that's good enough. That made like a straight up ringlet. But if you kind of take your hair, if you don't like the ringlet look, and you separate it a little bit and then kind of gently pull on it, kind of helps to relax it a little bit. Very curly. Turn this thing off now. Here is my hair all curled with the airflow styler. Now I have to say this is a bit more ringlety looking than I typically like my hair to be, but I do think it's very effective at curling your hair. My hair doesn't feel like damaged at all. It actually feels like really soft, which I like. I feel like it's really shiny too. And I think it definitely gave me a little bit of volume up here on the top. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab a brush really quick, and I'm going to brush this out and hopefully make it a little bit less Shirley Temple and a little bit more glam. Give me 1 second. So I'm just grabbing this boar bristle brush, I believe is what they call this type of brush. These are great for brushing out curls like this into something that's a little bit more like wavy. So basically you just have to go layer by layer and just slowly brush through them so that they're not quite so tight. And they're just more smoothed out. And why it's good to go section by section. If you have thick hair like me, these bristles obviously don't reach through all the layers of your hair. So if you want the hair to look uniformly brushed out, you have to just kind of go bit by bit. Gotta kind of be patient because sometimes it takes a while to get it kind of wavy look. Again, some of these curls were not done perfectly, so when you do the brush out, it doesn't always look as perfectly uniform as if they had been, but it's kind of a learning process, like I said, with this tool. Figure out how to do it correctly. You can also kind of use your fingers to just run through everything to sort of calm it all down. Okay, I have finally gotten my hair to a little bit more like toned down place, and I think it looks a lot prettier this way. So yeah, here is the finished look with my airflow styler from Inglam. I think it's overall pretty easy to use. Obviously it was a little bit of a learning curve to figure it out at first. Again, I think it's super handy that it has this flat iron and also the ability to curl your hair built into one, which makes it a very versatile tool and something that will be fantastic for traveling. And I really feel like it did a really great job of heat styling my hair without frying it and leaving it feeling really soft actually. So I really like that about it. So if you guys want to try this out for yourself, I have it linked down in the description box, so you can go down there and perhaps grab one for yourself. Yeah, I think definitely an easier way to flat iron curl your hair than just using a regular flat iron for sure, and I think the fans make it quite a bit healthier for your hair as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you didn't do it already, and I will see you all on my next video. Bye!